Welcome to the Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Hello and welcome to the Manuchehri Show. We're live here in really gorgeous, stunning. We can see the mountains, Seattle. We can see them. The studio that we're in has this incredible view when it's clear.
The fog's almost burned off. It
Oh
almost
my
looked for a
gosh.
minute like the city was on fire.
Did it really?
I mean, it
With
kind of
the
is
sun?
really, in the mortgage world. I mean,
This is true. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for. Benny has to raise
Adjusting
the
your
have
headphones,
for me. Yes,
your
because I have to
cans.
hear their cans. That's what they're called.
that's what we call them in the biz
Oh,
world.
really?
Your
Cans.
cans. Got to adjust those cans, sir.
Oh, okay, great. And then now I have to have my microphone in a certain place now that we have good visual. Thanks for Benny's reworking of the video.
Just
Thank
making
you.
it
Thank
stop.
you. So I'm not used to having the microphone underneath my mouth, but
We got
it's
a lot
better.
going on. We got a lot
I
going
know.
on.
There's just a lot going on. A lot going on in the world, too. How many people are running for the Democratic presidential nomination is
Running in
what I
general.
want to know.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
running it. I want to know how many of what we got 4 or 5 now
Something
that
like
have
that.
claimed
Yeah,
or
Bernie threw in the
I
hat in the ring.
know.
Burn, feel the burn.
I know all the young people really like Bernie. I'm still kind of on the fence.
Me too.
Really?
But I am.
I kind of just feel like I just don't know exactly what he believes on all the issues. You know, like I'm a little confused, but I'll tell you what, of course, whoever wins, and I hope that everybody does this, whoever wins the Democratic nomination, that's who we're voting for, everyone. Okay, just whoever it is, that's who we're voting for, no matter what. Okay. So we're going to take phone calls today.
Yes. And, well, going back to that, do you have like anyone that is leading the pack for you?
For me, yeah, Kamala.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would love
Comfy.
to have a woman in the
You
office.
did start strong with her when she.
I
first
just
passed.
really like her. I want a woman in the presidential office. I think it's like beyond time to have a woman in office, and to have a woman with some color and culture would be just phenomenal. I would love that. I would take Elizabeth Warren as well, actually. But I like Kamala. I think I'm saying her name
I think
correctly.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I like her the best. Yeah, and I feel like on some issues, because of her history, there is a little bit of a moderateness to her. I'm not a moderate at all. I'm a total liberal, but it might help those individuals think that she'll look at both sides of the coin when she's running the country. Hopefully, not too far away, not
I like
in a too
that.
far distant future.
Being
Yeah.
optimistic. I like that. All right. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. If you're just tuning in and we have lines full already, good for you. I love it. I love it. Love it. All right. We'll start things off with Kim from Jamestown, California. Hi, Kim.
Hi,
Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you
Good.
guys?
Oh, we're great. Thank you. I
We're
mean,
peachy.
yeah, there's the snow is almost gone, although I still have a lot of snow around my house.
Well, then we
Oh.
can go to your house.
Yeah.
and-
So the snow's almost gone in Seattle. All the kids are on break right
Yep.
now. A lot of the kids are on break.
Midwinter break, number 2.
Number 2 because they had one last week.
It should be number 3 because the week before we
Yeah.
only had like a day and a half of school, really,
This is
in
true.
the Seattle area. So
yeah.
they got an
So the
extended
kids are
holiday.
relaxed. What can
Yeah.
I do for you?
Right?
Well, I just wanted to know if there's any messages or anything that I need to hear to make my life a better one.
I think that's a great question. And how much time do you spend raising your vibration?
Not enough,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Right, because you have the capacity to hear or know, sense exactly what's in your best interest, but your vibration has to be elevated. That means that you're the particles of your energy, and everyone is made out of particle mass of vibrating energy. Everything is, so every human being is as well, that you need to have it vibrating in a much higher frequency so that you can actually hear the consciousness of your higher self. So the main message is that you need to get happier, because I feel like you know how to get quiet. Would you agree with that, Kim?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
you know how to get quiet. You can get into that meditative state, and that's super important. But now you need to add the spice, which is happiness. So, how do you feel joy?
Well, I'm having trouble with that lately.
Okay. So even when you have trouble, how do you figure that out? Because everyone has to have a backup plan. Like my backup plan is if I'm going through a really stressful time in my life, I go to the wetland park. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, because, Seattle, it rains a lot here, or you have, feet of snow for some weird reason. I'll be there at 7 a.m. with my tea and a breakfast bar, standing in front of the bay, watching all the birds. I will force myself to go have that experience because I know it will lift my frequency. So what do you think would be your go-to, this is what I need to do to feel better choice? What's your backup plan?
I don't know. I think I'm going to have to give this some thought.
Well, actually, I don't recommend that. Thinking about it isn't going to help you to feel joy. Joy is an experience. So when was the last time you laughed your head off?
Well, I saw a video of a cat struggling to get in a chair, and that was pretty funny.
Okay.
I saw that one on the
You saw
side
that
chair.
one?
Yeah. It's hilarious,
Was it
actually.
really?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Okay.
Just trying so hard.
Great. But what?
I felt bad for the cat, but it was really funny.
I'm sure the cat was fine, right? The cat's fine. So now when we're done, if you have time today, I think your homework assignment is to go find videos with animals that make you laugh and that are adorable and cute. That's what I have mostly on my Twitter feed is I follow animals and nature so that I'm not just following politics because,
Yeah.
So that's what you need to do. You've already identified something that's awesome. That's fantastic. So good. And I love that you're laughing. When you're in that space, that's when I want you to talk to the divine. Ask intuitive questions when you're in that space, because that's when you're going to be able to hear an answer or feel the solution. You're going to have an understanding of what it is. And the longer you spend time in that vibration while you're communicating, the stronger that intuitive, co-creative muscle will get. And then it will be there in your life at such a position that even when your energy is a little low, you're going to be able to raise it very fast because you're going to feel the invitation to connect to your authentic self, or you'll be able to get answers even when your energy is low for short periods of time. So that's your homework.
Okay, great.
Okay, good. Thanks.
I can do it.
I know you can. I'm excited for you, and keep us posted. I want to know what happens. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank
All
you
right.
both.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kim. Yeah, the cat video, by the way, is pretty funny. I'll show it to you a break.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
I
it's
like the goats. The goats on the
Oh,
trampoline.
there's a recent one. Did you see the one? He's all by himself on like the giant one.
No, I haven't
I'll
seen
show you
that one. Is
that
it
one
really
too. Okay,
good?
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
those
just
guys are
having
so cute.
Having the best time.
You know, they have yoga classes now where they have
Goat
baby
yoga?
goats in there. I mean, I've got to find one of those classes because I think I would love it.
We'll send Lisa and the kids and see how they like it.
Yeah.
Goat yoga.
Goat yoga.
All
okay.
right. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Rita from San Francisco. Hi, Rita. Welcome.
Hi, Mary and Benny.
Hi.
Thank
Hi.
you so much.
Of course, Rita. What can we do for you?
First of all, I was so happy yesterday. Video and audio was excellent in the
Oh.
class.
Oh, thank you. I just loved that class, and you guys are smart. You guys asked super good, intelligent, conscious questions in that class. I loved it. That was so much fun. I can't wait till our second online gathering. So thank you for attending last night. I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I didn't have a chance to ask you a question. It's regarding the first chakra, if relate to the home where I live.
Yes, your first chakra has a connection to where you live. That's why it's also important to choose a home that you really love. And if you don't love where you live, then make those adjustments. It's just easier to ground if you're surrounded by something that really brings you great joy. One of the things I love about my house is it's surrounded by trees, literally. Like I could walk naked in most parts of my home. In fact, I only have 3 sets of blinds in the entire house, and there's tons of windows because there's trees, so that actually makes me happy. So determining that and creating colors and light and the exterior in a way that's pleasing for you, that helps you to stay grounded. And that's a great question, by the way.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So then can I ask, there is the information, I just want to get confirmation because I feel I enjoy living in my house and also I feel safe and I feel happy too.
Great.
So, however, someone was telling me that the position of my house, it may not be the good idea for me. So I was just kind of wondering.
I don't think so. I think that sometimes we get too picky about things and that our vibration can actually change things that, let's say, feng shui says isn't in its best interest. Because nothing's going to be perfect, right? Nothing will be perfect.
Yes.
So just don't vibrate in that spot. You know, like don't vibrate in what that person told you. Don't spend a lot of energy in it. Focus on the things that are making you very, very happy. But you mentioned that you have inflammation. Is that what you said?
Not myself. I'm
Oh.
just saying I get some information from someone
information,
about
yeah.
the house location.
I think it's
not
fine. I think it's perfectly fine. You're happy, and that's all that matters. And just stay in that joy and that happiness, and don't let someone get too specific. This is one of the reasons too why, even though I love astrology, which everyone knows who listens to the show, because I'll share little tidbits that I learn along the way. But I don't think it should guide anyone's life. I think we have to make our own independent decisions, take the good parts of astrology. Don't listen to the negativity, because anything can change in the universe, and we're meant to really be fully empowered and magnificent beings who are co-creating our lives exactly the way we want them to be, regardless of the physical situation. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so
Great
much.
question.
That's very great information.
Good. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you on the web. I'm not sure when my next class is, but it's coming up. It's on the website. Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
At least going to type it in for
Yeah,
me.
it's a 3-part course on advanced chakra experience, and I did our first 90-minute course on the first 3 chakras last night, and man, the students were incredible. Loved it.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. 877-825-8828 again is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're going to take now Sarah calling in from Olympia. Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Sarah.
Marie. Hi. Maui Goat Yoga.
Okay, that's what I need to go to Maui and do goat yoga is what you're saying?
Yes, I did it. I did it a
You
couple
did
months
it?
ago. It was awesome. It was so cute. Norwegian baby pygmy goat.
Big. Okay, so now
Right.
this is another good reason for me to go back to the Hawaiian Islands on vacation,
Excuses,
right?
excuses.
Yeah, we need excuses because I've been to the island so many times, but it's such a quick jaunt, from us in the Pacific Northwest.
Right.
Direct flight. Next thing you know, you're beachside with a Mai Tai
And
Doing
goats.
goat
and
yoga.
goats.
And
I
doing
love
goat
it.
yoga, right.
Okay, thank you for the tip. I
Yes.
will plan my next trip accordingly. What can I do for you?
Absolutely. Well, I really feel like I have a book in me.
Okay,
And
love it.
yeah, I know, right? And maybe, I'm wanting, you write so beautifully.
Oh, thank
And
you.
I have the title, I have the cover. Yeah,
Good.
I need the book.
Okay, so here's some tips that I've learned along the way. Way before I start, right? Like I'm currently busily writing my second written book, right? So I have an audio book and then the physical book, Intuitive Self-Healing. And so I'm busily writing away another physical book. And what I do, so I think you're doing this absolutely beautiful. Just remember, though, that covers can change and titles can change. When you work with a publisher, call it your working title and your working cover. Unless you self-publish, then you get to do, you have more control over that, but a good publisher works with you. Sounds True is an excellent publisher. They let me pick my cover. They would send me pictures. Is this your cover? And we worked together on the title. They were just lovely. So what I'm trying to say though is that you want your energy up first. So I may work for months, or I did when I decided what my next book would be about, and I felt the inspiration and the joy about it. I worked on my energy like the book was already done or that I was having fun writing it. And I did that for months of just positive frequency and vibration and excitement before I actually sat down and began to write. So that's where I want you to be, because you have some hesitation, a little bit of fear about it. These are all normal things. And I know you're also excited about it, but let's work on your frequency and pre-paving that you're going to have this incredible writing experience. It just effortlessly, you channel information from your higher self and, universal consciousness, and it just, you get to write all the pages that you want so that next thing you know, you have 100,000 words or more, and that you can go ahead and create the book that you want and find the perfect editor or whatever the deal is.
And to get myself there, and I feel exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just you're right on. I'm wanting to change careers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like that's kind of a bit of a stumbling block right now, because I feel like that's my main focus.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything that you feel that because I'm kind of thinking of different directions to go in, but I
Well,
know I want to change.
well, I think what I would do right now, because you have a lot on your plate in terms of writing, and I mean in a good way. Unless you're Paul Selig, he writes a book in like 48 hours. That lovely man, and of course he channels
Like
the
a power
entire
writer.
thing.
Yeah,
Oh
just
my
goes
gosh,
right into it.
like right. I'm like, wow. And his books are divine. They don't even edit those things, barely. I mean, like, oh, he's just incredible. And I think he's doing a workshop in Seattle coming up. I saw that on Instagram. So for those of you who want to go see him, I think he's lovely. At any rate, don't try to confuse them, because that's what you're doing is you're putting them together like, oh, I need a new job so I feel freer and happier so I can write more. I don't want you to do that. These are two separate things right now. Does that make sense?
You're right on.
And so if you could just be happy with the job you have right now, and I don't mean force yourself to be happy about things you don't like, find things that you authentically like about your job. So this is something I do all the time, because most of us as human beings, we're self-critical. We like things a certain way. We get disappointed easily, and we focus our attention on the things we wish were different. I like, even when I'm walking through the home or outside or getting ready in the morning, I like to focus on the things that are working. Like, oh, I'm having a good hair day. Even if I can't find my lipstick, instead focusing on where's my lipstick,
Hashtag real problems for me too.
Yeah.
Totally.
Vinny doesn't, he
Yep.
shaves his head so he doesn't have hair to play with,
Yeah.
in the morning.
Whoa. I have a beard.
Oh, he does have a beard. That's
I go
right.
from top to bottom.
That's true. So do you see what I mean? When you go to work, focus on the things that are working. Like maybe they have great coffee for you. Like I really wish this building that we're in had a barista in the lobby.
Unfortunately, we did.
Oh, and it didn't work out.
Well, they made that little
I know. We have
bistro
a
thing down there.
Oh,
I
they
know.
did.
It's
I
a-
know. Because
yeah.
I have this fantasy that Lisa and I are in the car on our way to the studio. We're calling in our order before we get there. We walk into the building, we grab our lattes, and then we walk up 5 flights of stairs, which we usually walk up the flights of stairs anyway.
Like a
But
scene from Sex and the City or something. I feel like
No,
that's kind of
no,
like
that sounds good.
Yeah, right. Lisa's like busting through the doors.
right, yeah.
Time for us.
So Sarah, notice even like right now, we're having fun on the studio, right? We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. We're focusing on joy. That's what I want you to start doing with your work as best as you can, because then you'll have the free time to start putting energy into the book, which is probably where the new career is going to be unfolding from. So do you see what I'm talking about?
That's funny because I would love to get into some type of publishing
Great.
type of position.
Love it.
So I
So-
get into that field.
Yeah. Okay.
So like it just flows with the book.
Yeah. So do you see what I'm
That
talking
makes
about?
sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
So,
Great. So thank you so much for calling in. Have fun in Olympia.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks very much, Sarah, for joining us. 877-825-8828. We'll take our first break of the hour, and we'll be
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm really excited to announce my second online course beginning February 2019. This course is called the Advanced Chakra Experience. In this 3-part online course, I will share my vast wisdom of the chakra system and how it relates to energy medicine. With this knowledge, you will easily hear, see, or feel the vibration of these powerful energy centers, allowing one to heal themselves or others. Each one of the organs has its own unique frequency, vibration. Like the gallbladder, for instance, one of the things that slows down the gallbladder energy is frustration. So when we think about healing the gallbladder, as an example of one of the organs we'll be talking about during this lovely 3-part online course, we're going to talk about the vibration that is the healthiest for the gallbladder, like joy, fun, relaxation. We're going to talk about how to hold those frequencies and how you can send it directly to your gallbladder. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
Through the generous support of individuals like you, Trees for the Future has planted over 155 million trees and changed thousands of lives in the last 29 years. With your help, Trees for the Future continues to train thousands of impoverished farming families across Africa to plant their way out of poverty using an agroforestry method called the forest garden. Forest gardens consist of nearly 4,000 fast-growing fruit, nut, and timber trees that thrive alongside climate-appropriate crops, surrounded by a living green fence. These forest gardens eliminate hunger in 2 years, increase household income over 400% in 4 years, and have changed landscapes from dry lands for monocropping to rich soils supporting over 20 varieties of crops and marketable products. Learn more about how you can be part of these efforts by visiting trees.org/radio. That's trees.org/radio.
If you want to know how to get in touch with Marie or find out what's on her calendar, there's a variety of ways to do so. You could become Marie's friend on Facebook or even follow her on Twitter. Check out Marie's website. There's tons of new features like Chakra of the Month, a live Twitter feed, and 3 PDFs with extensive exercises for your chakras. You can also sign up for Marie's free quarterly newsletter and also get your questions answered in her Dear Marie column. Simply email Marie your question and she will answer it in an upcoming edition. Marie also will be speaking and signing books. Find out if she'll be in your area on her events page at energyintuitive.com.
Tell your friends about Alternative Talk 1150.
Manuchehri Show. We're live here in gorgeous, sunny Seattle. Please don't move here, but come visit us anytime you want. We'd love to have you. So I'm currently doing a 3-part video course on advanced chakra experience. And we did part 1 last night. The second part will be March 6th, and the third part is March 20th. And so, of course, if you sign up for it now, which you could, we would just send you the video version of the class we had last night. So it's really fun.
Yep, and it continues for you. Oh, and at the break, I let you see the video of
Oh
the
my
cat.
gosh, the cat. That is hysterical. And you don't have to feel sorry for the cat. It gets on the chair. I just think this cat is kind of lazy.
Spoiler alert.
It goes from the couch to the chair. It doesn't want to get on the floor. So it's sneaking through this hole, this, design opening in the chair. And it's had a lot of cat food. You can tell. It looks like my Finny. My Finn will eat as much of Huckleberry's food as well. I'm constantly trying to, don't eat Huck's food, because Huck is on the lean side. Finny needs to do cat yoga for sure. And yeah.
The struggle is real.
It's pretty cute though. I laughed my head off when I saw that video. It's great.
Perfect. All right. We'll take Nita now calling in from San Diego. Hi, Nita.
Hi.
Hi, Nita. What can I do for you?
Well, I am one of your amazing students from your wonderful chakra class.
Oh, thank you so much. Was it fun?
Yeah, I enjoyed it last night.
Oh,
it was really good. A lot of information in a short period of time.
I know. Isn't that nice that you'll have some historical, way to connect to that information?
Yes.
Right?
I'm glad we'll have a recording.
Me
That's
too.
Great.
And that's why I record all my sessions too, because information just gets channeled down and I won't remember it. So my guides asked me, like 20 years ago to record, and I said, absolutely not. I am not going to record. And they go, why? And I go, because I might be wrong. And they go, well, yeah, you will be wrong sometimes. That's going to happen, but who cares? I'm like, okay, fine. All right. So what can I do for you?
So I asked a question last night about bones, and I was recently diagnosed with osteoporosis. It's not bad, but
good.
I'm in a quandary because they want to put me on Fosamax, which I've said no because I don't want the side effects. And I know about, weight-bearing exercise and taking supplements.
Do you do it? But do you do the weight-bearing exercise?
I'm not doing the weight-bearing exercise.
No, I know you're not.
Right
I know.
I can't fool you, huh?
No. So I'm not kidding. Body Pump is super fun. It's a super fun class. And I'm one of those people, I'm better off in a class because I'll get off a machine. I'm like, okay, that was enough. And I'll walk away. But when I'm in a class and I kind of, I'm in the middle of the room, I can just walk away. That's embarrassing for me anyway. So I think you should take a class. And
I will get back to that. But my question is, I'm wondering if you know anything about the algae-cal, because the reason I'm confused is because so many things say you cannot build bone after a certain age.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe in. I believe that anything can change. I've seen people heal their bodies time and time and time and time and time again. And I think here's your real question. What should I be doing? And so you have to stop worrying, number one, because you're scared. Like I see you looking at what I guess was a bone scan going, "Ugh," so first stop, especially when you said it's not that bad. Okay, so stop your reaction to your test because that's not helping your bones, right?
Right.
In fact, here's what I'm going to recommend that you do. One of the things to do is you need to come up with a memory of something that makes you very, very happy that I want you to put in your mind whenever you're going to think about your bones. So here's an example. In my family, we have a history of periodontal disease. So when I brush my teeth, I don't think about my next checkup, and I go in quarterly. So I'm in the dentist's office a lot getting my teeth cleaned. I don't think about my next checkup or what happened last time or whatever. I created, allowed myself to have a memory when my youngest two children were like 2 and 4, and they're outside in the front yard with a hose watering a mum plant that I've loved, this beautiful, gorgeous flower that got huge. And they're not wearing shirts and it's summer and they're just adorable. And so when I'm brushing my teeth, that's what I think about. So you cannot think about the test result or what could happen. I want you to come up with a beautiful, happy, positive energy so that you can start sending that to your bones so your bones can go, oh yeah, we're cool, we're great. We're in a high vibration. We're functioning really well. Does that make sense?
Yes, and I do feel that ever since I got this diagnosis that it has put me in, I was fine as far as how I was thinking about my bones until I got the diagnosis.
Right, yeah. And so that's why all of us need to learn how, because I believe in medicine. I believe in modern medicine and holistic, or what's really considered traditional medicine. Holistic medicine is traditional. It's older than modern medicine. And I just don't believe that things are black and white, and I believe we can change anything. And yeah. So to answer your other question, though, as you're looking at options, first of all, get happy, get in a beautiful, happy vibration about your bones as you're looking at potential things that would be in your best interest to incorporate, right? So that means you're going to have a feeling when something would be great for you to incorporate into your health. What I got for you last night was magnesium. You need lots more magnesium, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because magnesium actually helps calcium. So it's great for bones.
Okay. And there's this algae calc thing that's being heavily marketed. Do you know anything about that?
I think algae is great. How do you feel when you look? I think it's fine. I don't think it's going to hurt you, but I want you to take, whenever I think of magnesium, I have this, when I think of you. So you have to learn how to get out of your fear so that you can sense what would be in your best interest so you can attract it in and choose something really lovely. Okay? Good. You lifted your energy. Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
What, did you ask me a question about my energy?
No, I said you lifted it really nicely.
Oh, okay. Great. And then do you have a recommendation about like the amount of magnesium or the source?
Well, I do have a recommendation of a type, so I'll have stay on the line, and Lisa will get your contact information, and we probably already have it actually because of the video class that you're taking, and we'll send you a link to something that I like. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
That would be great.
All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon on March 6th.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Nita, for calling, and put you on hold there real fast. And now we'll jump off to Kentucky. We have Deborah now joining us. Hi, Deborah. Welcome to the show.
Hello. Hi, Marie.
Hi, Deborah. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm lovely, thank you. In my happy place, I love coming into the studio, even though I have to get up at a very early time. Not as early as Benny. Benny, what time did you get up this morning?
Just before 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no. I'm like falling back asleep at just before 4. I've gone to the restroom and I'm going back to bed.
It happens.
Yeah. So at any rate, yes, we're great. Thank you. What can I do for you?
I'm calling about my stepfather.
Okay.
He's having health problems.
Yeah.
His name is Jack.
Yeah. So,
and
you know, Jack's not a happy camper, right?
Yes.
He's not a happy person. But he was unhappy before his health issues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this doesn't help his health issues. And do you think that you're trying to make him better?
Yes.
Could you stop? I know that sounds like, what is she talking about? Why would I
No,
stop trying to?
I understand
You
the
do.
law of attraction,
Yeah.
and I'm trying not to have any fear, and
Uh-huh.
I'm trying not to be too attached
Mm-hmm.
to the outcome.
Mm-hmm. And maybe just, again, become very present wherever the two of you are in this interesting journey that he's having. He's leaking a lot of life force. So I drew out his energy, not yours, since the question was about him. But
Yes,
he's leaking a lot of energy from his life
he is.
force. And he's
He is.
making decisions about life and death, actually,
He is.
consciously and unconsciously. And I do think that we need to honor the choices that individuals make about even how long they decide to live here on Earth. And it's
Yes,
so
I agree.
right. So let's just honor where he's at. You are a wonderful daughter for him. You are wonderful. You have been and continue to be an excellent, loving support for him. But he's in charge of his life, and even the choices he's making in terms of healing himself. Those are his choices too, right?
Yes.
Even though they're not all the choices you would make.
Well, I don't even want to control it. I just want to provide like this,
Mm-hmm.
what you provide, some type
Yeah.
of knowledge about
Well,
self-healing and
yeah, but
about
he's
his
not going to
energy
listen
system.
to you. He doesn't like any of that stuff. I
He
mean,
doesn't?
no. I
Okay.
mean, first of all, he loves you. So you could talk to him about anything till the cows come home and he would just sit there smiling and be happily entertained in your light. So that part's good. Talk about whatever you want to. But try not to feel like you have to help him.
Okay.
Here's what I want you to do whenever you're around him. This will be super helpful for him and you. And this is how I approach every client in my office, those who have serious health issues, which is probably about 60% of the people I see, and then 40% don't have serious health issues. I approach them as if they are already whole, healthy, and complete. That is what my vibration automatically feels for every person, regardless of the circumstances. So if you could, help your body to feel that way about him, that's going to give him way more opportunity. And then you're going to enjoy yourself. And then you're not going to be worried about his symptoms. And you're going to be able to just be present with him, which is what I want the two of you to be doing, regardless of the outcome, is to be present with each other.
Yes, I do too.
Okay?
I do too.
So that's your homework.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. And
Thank
I'm
you.
sending light and love to your entire family.
Thank you. We need it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Deborah, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number. We'll take one more probably before our last break of the hour. It's Nels calling in from Seattle. Hi, Nels. Traveling? Maybe?
Hey, yes, traveling. Hey, Marie, how are you?
Great, Nels. How are you?
I'm excited, nervous. New journey. Finally moving to Sedona next month.
Great, because well, this
Yes,
is something you've been wanting. So I'm really happy that you're taking the leap and you're going to go have a life in a different part of the country.
Absolutely. Any words of wisdom for the journey?
Oh, well, don't worry because you are nervous. And try to think of the nervousness as just plain excitement.
Exactly, right?
Right. Yeah. I think you're going to do great there. I think you're going to have lots of fun. I think you're going to meet cool and interesting people who you can really gel with, that get you and you get them. I think you're going to find your tribe, actually.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, wonderful. And you know what's so fun about moving to Sedona? A lot of spiritual people teach there. So you're just going to be, not only you're going to meet a bunch of woo-woo people because it's full of woo-woo people, but you're going to have a front row seat to go to any conference or retreat that you want to, probably led by individuals that you really enjoy.
Absolutely. And then also with my photography taking off, Art Wolf has been encouraging me to put a book or two together on my photography and then possibly take folks on spiritual journeys there in Sedona.
Great. That sounds like fun. I like the idea of the photo journeys and actually do it as a class. That would be awesome.
Exactly.
That sounds fantastic. I think people would love that. Because it's definitely a tourist destination. So to offer another cool option for people who are visiting the area, I think that's a really smart idea. I think it will be very successful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Excited.
So congratulations.
Thank you, dear, and thank you for all your help and suggestions over the years.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So grateful for it.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Nels. Have a wonderful time in Sedona.
Sure will. Thank
All right.
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
thanks, Nels, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number. I lied. We'll take one more.
One more?
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All
We'll
right.
take T now, calling in from Texas. Hi, T.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm nervous.
Is this your
Aw.
first time calling in, T?
It is.
Okay. Well, welcome to the show. And what can I do for you?
Um, I'm not really sure. I just,
Okay.
I just felt you would know.
Yeah, I'm calling because that lady's going to know, right? Okay. Well, first of all, I really like your energy. Even though you appear shy on the radio and a little uncomfortable, you have really fun, playful energy. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just lovely. You've got just lovely, playful energy. So that's a wonderful
think so,
thing.
too.
Yeah. We're
Thank
enjoying
you.
it. And you're doing a great job absorbing light and energy through all of your chakras from what I can see. So, um, really, there's nothing that I'm complaining about or bringing up to the surface here. I think here's what you're working on is allowing your magic to really shine here on Earth. That's what I think would be in your best interest. So here's a great what if question for you. What if I allow my magic to shine in this lifetime?
How
Hello?
do we do that?
Well,
How?
so here's the thing. What if questions help your energy system to calibrate to the answer? So you'll find the answers and the ways to do it if once you use the what if question. So you don't have to figure out how to do that. In fact, analyzing and processing and trying to get solutions typically doesn't work, not for the type of solutions that we really want as conscious evolving people. So when you use the what if question, what if I allow my magic to shine in this lifetime? Then you will find you'll be inspired. Things will be highlighted for you. You'll find your yellow brick road, which is about joy and happiness. And then I think also you're not going to worry about all the things you tend to worry about in the world, which actually are not in your best interest to worry about. Like the Earth was created to be the type of planet that it is right now, where it's a contractual planet. So that means contracting or constracting, whatever word I'm trying to use right now, events are programmed into the vibration of this planet for now. We would have to have a lot more consciousness on Earth for it to change to be more like the heavens. However, if an individual changes their vibration, then they get to have heaven here on Earth. So your job is to only shift your frequency. Don't worry about the environment. Don't worry about the planet. Of course, recycle, do all the things you're supposed to do. Um, all the things that you can do as an individual, do those things, but don't be so confused with the huge global problems, because this earth was actually programmed to be a place that when we reincarnate here, we can easily see black and white in terms of, oh, I love this, I don't love that, so that we can learn how to choose and determine what brings us joy as an individual. Okay? Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes.
All
it does.
right. All right. So I think
I
you've got
appreciate it.
pardon?
I appreciate it.
Oh,
Thank you
good.
very
You're
much.
welcome. Got some homework to do. Don't watch the news for a while.
I actually do not watch the news at
Good.
all because my reaction is usually
So
very
intense.
maternal.
Yeah. Yeah, good for
so
you.
I try to avoid.
Yeah,
Yes.
keep that up and just have happy thoughts for the environment and the planet and humanity without getting caught up in all the things that are actually happening on this very unique, diverse, and totally functioning appropriately planet. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. It's all good. Okay.
Thank you.
You're
I
welcome.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Have a great day in Texas.
Yeah, thanks, T, for joining us. Some open phone lines. Now's a chance to get in.
Ooh.
877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Again, 877-825-8828. And we'll have Mindy waiting for us when we come back. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
This is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm thrilled to announce some of my classes that will be emerging in 2019. On March 23rd and 24th, I will be teaching Divine Energy Medicine in Vancouver, Washington. This is the second time I will be teaching this course. It's all about vibration. In my healing practice, one of the things that I focus on is the energy, obviously, of the individual that I'm working on and their frequency. And my job is to get their vibration to rise at a very high molecular level so that they can attract in what's healthy and good for their body, or the future things that they want to create in their life. As I do that process, as I align their subatomic particles, I'm also aligning my vibration as well. In fact, my goal is to get their vibration at least as high as my subatomic particles are. So this class is designed to talk about energy medicine on a very deep level, including the chakras and anatomy and all the beautiful things that occur in the physical form, but also how to maintain and create a vibrational frequency that allows for healing to occur much faster and on many, many levels. I look forward to seeing you in March. I hope you can join me. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
Sarcoma. Odds are you've never heard that word before. But for the 40 people diagnosed with sarcoma every day, it is a life-changing word. Life-changing and devastating because sarcoma is cancer. Sarcoma is a cancer of bone and soft tissue more prevalent in children than in adults. More than 6,000 people lose their lives to sarcoma each year. Treatment options for sarcoma are limited, and new therapies are desperately needed. More research and increased awareness is necessary to find a cure for a cancer that you probably didn't even know existed until now. Through awareness, advocacy, and research, the Sarcoma Foundation of America is determined to help those affected by this forgotten cancer, to bring hope to the children and adults whose lives are forever changed by a word they had never heard before. Please help us in the fight to find the cure for sarcoma. For more information on sarcoma and the work of the Sarcoma Foundation of America, please go to curesarcoma.org.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
No other station delivers this much variety. Alternative Talk 1150.
Manuchehri Show. That's India R.E. with her brand new album that just got released on Friday, Worthy. And that song is What If. I love that song. It's my new favorite song. So she's stunning. If you haven't listened to her new album, you might want to go out and get it because, wow.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
I've been doing stuff behind the scenes here while you've been doing your thing.
Right.
Not to tell everybody, but I am. I'm trying to grab all these songs for like the next show and stuff like that.
Really
I didn't know about it until now.
It just came out. It's really gorgeous.
Fantastic.
She's just a stunning, incredible soul.
Amazing
on
person.
top of it, of being an incredible artist. And thank you again, Susie Hutchins. She sends me messages when I'm on the show, and she was helping me with my language. So contrasting energies to choose from. That's what the earth, how it was created, so that we have these choices, contrasting choices to help us to feel empowered and find our unique callings and our individualization through this whole weird black and white contrasting time-space reality. So thank you for the heads up. I really appreciate it. Who do we have on the... Oh, were you going to say something?
I was just going to... She's amazing, too. She actually bought me a cup of coffee.
She did.
She sent me a little note, too. She's very thankful. So thank you again, Susie, for doing that.
She always
Super
says thank
sweet.
you to all three of us
Super
every time she
sweet.
writes in. And so I check my email while I'm live because she has helped me out more times than I can count. So thank you. We should be sending you coffee for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Mindy from Bellevue. Hi, Mindy. Welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Lovely. Thank you, Mindy. What can I do for you?
I was just hoping for a general reading.
Okay, good. All right. So I think your life is rapidly changing. Would you agree?
Yes.
It's like you can't even, you can't prevent it now. It's kind of like, let's say this is the image they show me, meaning the universe, that there's a train. you have one foot on the train, you're boarding it and it's taking off. So even if you wanted to change your mind, you can't because it's speeding up and you just got to jump on fully. And so there's a part of you that's not fully jumping in. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, well, you got to knock that off. Make a decision. You've already made the decision, but you're like, well, it's kind of like someone who runs bath water and they want to take a bath, but they're like, well, maybe it's too hot. I'll just wait a little bit longer. I'll go put in a load of laundry. Like, no, just get in the bathtub. The temperature is perfect. It's going to cool down too fast anyway. So get in and get going. Stop analyzing and processing your choices or the world or whatever it is that you're doing. Stop it. Just jump on and get going.
Okay.
So will you do that?
Yes, I will make a great attempt.
Okay, good. That's great because here's the deal. Your life is going to change anyway. And I'm not kidding, there's some propelling energy all around you. That's why I keep seeing this fast moving train or like the water's fine, jump in kind of analogies. And so it will be easier for you to facilitate through these changes if you join the vibration of the current that's already happening around you instead of waiting. Because it's kind of like a river. If you jump in where the place where you feel inspired, that's the right place to jump into. That's the right time to jump into. Rather, if you're waiting and you're walking down the banks of the river, you might just jump in where it's actually not the safest. And I don't want you to worry about safety. Or it's just,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not as beneficial as the place where you feel inspired. So you feel inspired now. Jump in. Don't wait.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
Do you see anything health-wise for me?
Well, overall, you're not running a lot of energy in your chakra system. So your energy system, you're not absorbing energy. Again, it's like this waiting thing. I don't know what you're waiting for. Do you have a perception of what you're waiting for?
I don't know.
Because I drew out
a couple. I mean, yes and no. I feel like there's a lot of career changes for me right now.
All right. So are you jumping in and going with the flow?
Yes.
Okay.
With yes and no.
All right. Okay. So
I also feel like there might be some relationship issues that need to be worked out.
So until you feel inspired about something, once you feel inspiration, jump in. Don't make up problems. So your energy to me, when I drew it out, it looks a little, the temperature is incorrect, the word I'm using, kind of frozen because there's not a lot of movement, because it's almost like you're trying to create problems. I'm not saying that those things don't exist in your life, but you don't feel the inspiration to actually deal with them. I feel like you're trying to find ways to avoid your growth and jumping in, and please don't. Okay?
Advice.
All right. So jump in when you feel inspired. Don't create issues right now. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope that's helpful.
You got it, Mindy. Do work. You can get it done.
Yeah, jump in.
All right. 877-825-8828. Again, 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. We'll travel to Auburn, Washington. We have Gretchen joining us. Hi, Gretchen.
Oh, hi. Good morning.
Good morning, Gretchen. What can I do for you?
Yes, I have a little issue. I went to the dentist, and I'm 70, and I have
You have such a youthful voice. I bet you look 30. I bet.
I know it. That's what everybody says.
Yeah. Isn't that just so lovely that,
I love it. I love it.
That this weird thing that we call age, this number, is starting to really fade away from our consciousness. We're not so focused on numbers anymore. I mean, some people are, whatever, but it's almost like male and female roles are crumbling too, right? Like, so our limited perception based on the human reality is changing rapidly. Even age, it's not a thing anymore. It's just, do you know what I mean?
It's
really
just a
lovely.
number.
It's not, yeah, it's meaningless. That's a mind human-made analogy that we use to judge people, whether they're too young or too old, or they're in the prime of their life, whatever. We're at the prime of our life with every breath we take, right?
That's awesome.
Okay, so your problem?
Yeah, I'm having a problem with the dental anesthetic. I have 3 crowns that have metal at the base, and I guess they're pretty toxic. And I want to get those changed to the porcelain crown.
Okay.
And they started to give me the shot, and I got such a systemic bad reaction all over.
What was the reaction? What was the reaction?
I felt weighted down in my whole. Well, it hit my stomach, my arms, my legs. It felt like everyone put 1,000 pounds on my
Oh,
muscle.
interesting.
And I started feeling kind of dizzy, and they just said, "Well, we're going to stop because we don't know what's going to happen." And they did not finish the shot. And I'm thinking, first of all, I went to the natural dentist, and I was there for the first time for that kind of work with a shot, and I think there was liquid put on the side to numb it for the shot, and then there was another shot of a different anesthetic. So I think there were many anesthetics going in at once.
Yeah. So can I make a suggestion? And I'm not against holistic dentistry. I think it's great. But could you just go to an endodontist? They're experts at this. As you describe how you were affected by the anesthesia, they probably can make some changes to it. And you probably don't need a lot when you're working with crowns. Are these from root canals?
Yeah, it's a crown. Well, no, it wasn't a root canal.
Okay, so you do need the anesthesia then. When you have a root canal, they remove the nerve or cut it or something, so you don't need as much medication. Go see an endodontist who knows how to properly take away the metal, right? Because that's why you wanted to go see a holistic dentist, because they're actually very conscientious of toxins that are in our amalgams or our, old dentistry work that we've had before. So go see an endodontist. Okay,
yes. And I figured because I've already had the crowns placed, so they probably don't have to do a lot of drilling. I guess there is some decay at the base of the crown, at the gum line. So that's why they want to change the crowns. And
endodontist.
Thank you. And
You're welcome.
otherwise, is my energy?
Yeah, your
good?
energy's fine, and just try not to worry. Don't even worry about the toxicity of something that's been in your mouth for how long? Like when I've had a few dentists, because I do have some amalgams, like maybe a few years ago said, I think you should have these removed. I've had these amalgams for over 40 years. I'm pretty sure all the mercury has leached into my body already, so it's like, so let's not jump off the deep end. What if everything's fine? Yes, if there's an issue and you need a new crown, of course, let's go take care of that. But let's not get too worked up about toxicity unless you feel joyful about it. Like if I were in a dental chair and I felt joyful about having some work done, I would absolutely do it, but I wouldn't do it out of fear. Fear is not a good reason to make a decision or move forward. It's just going to...
I'm definitely fearful every time I sit in the chair.
Yeah. So let's go find an endodontist who hopefully, not hopefully, but I'm sure can adjust the anesthesia for you, whatever the numb killing stuff.
Because I don't want to be like having laughing gas or be put to sleep or anything. I don't want to.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. Let's just go find an endodontist. See, again, you're in fear. So before you pick an endodontist, get happy about it. Get excited and feel good. Don't do it out of fear or sadness. That's not a good idea. You don't want to pick a dentist from that.
I think you have to have a recommendation to see an endodontist, don't you?
I don't know. I think you can call one up.
Well, I have some information.
Oh,
we
right.
actually have a radio show here on Wednesdays from 9 to 10. And so if you want to check out our website, you can do that too. She's a naturopathic dentist. So.
Yeah. That's the one I went to.
I know.
That's the one that gave me the shot.
I know.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I already knew that. Yeah.
Well, never mind then.
Yeah. So at any rate, let's first get your energy. So I love this conversation because this is what a lot of people go through when they're making decisions about their health. And it doesn't matter if you choose holistic or modern technology. It doesn't matter. And of course, holistic dentists do all modern technology. Like they're excellent. They're wonderful. So, but your energy has to be elevated before you even choose a practitioner, because practitioners also have their own issues and biases and belief systems and fear. So you don't want to choose a practitioner that's going to be aligned in your fear-based thinking about health and wellness. You want a practitioner that's going to think positively about health and think that it's not a big deal and this is easy and no problem. You need to have a different vibrations, but first you have to change your vibration first. Do you see what I mean?
Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Good. I think you got it, right?
I do.
Okay.
I will do that.
Thank you. So, let's not pick anyone tomorrow, okay? Let's give it a little bit of space and get happy again and feel good. What if my teeth are amazing? What if whatever I do in my mouth works out perfectly? Let's do some positive what if questions, okay?
Okay, great. And are all my chakras looking good?
We have to go.
But word of the day is endodontist.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm recommending for now. Yeah. And I'm so sorry we didn't get to Texas and Seattle. And thank you everyone for listening to the show. And we do have 2 more classes up on our website. We do have an online course about the sacredness of money. So that's going to be fun. That'll be a 2-part course. You can go to energyintuitive.com and go to our events page and find out all about it. And then I will, in November, be teaching another 2.5-day Reiki workshop here in the Seattle area. So those are both up on the website if you have interest. We would love to see you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Benny. Thank you, Lisa, and everyone who called in. We wish you joyful, joyful blessings. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of KKNW, its management, or other advertisers. Contests are the responsibility of the host of this program and not KKNW. This is Alternative Talk 1150 AM.